Okay, remember that they are changing my voice. I know that some of you might be confused about why it ends after my flesh dies, why the world transforms into hell with Luciferian games being played. So let's start off in a place that's very simple. In Proverbs 17:2, I believe it says, "A prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son, or a wise servant. And keep in mind, to the one whom much is given, much is expected." We see in Proverbs 16:12, it says that the throne, the divine throne, not some worldly throne, is established in righteousness. New Living Translation, justice. So a prudent or wise servant will rule over a disgraceful son. Okay, not a snake. And the throne is established in righteousness and justice. I know they caused me to slur on the S, but I'm not a snake. I'm not sending secret codes. I don't speak in codes. The Bible also says the kingdom of heaven will be taken away from them and given to a people who will produce its fruit. It also says from the stones God can raise up children for Abraham. So we must look for the fruit, for the righteousness, and we must look for who is wise and prudent and who's going to be persecuted. Matthew 5, Paul's letters, all who wish to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. And blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. If you don't see that, then you know that the person is not of God. So you can look at all mainstream pastors, preachers, religious people, and know for sure that they're not persecuted to any significant degree, so therefore they're not of God. People who argue based on white social norms, token minority social norms, what have you, by their actions, we know that it's not them. People who aren't even monotheistic, we know it's not them. And then we see this gap between me and everybody else who's left. I've established the throne in righteousness. And Proverbs 16:10 says a divine verdict is on the lips of the king. So I am the king, the Christos, the anointed, and God's verdict is on my lips. So even if you're a fool who thinks that magically Christ couldn't be here magically, okay, in the flesh, you know that I am the king and that you have no viable counter-argument to my divine verdict. All you have is speculation that you think magically I'm not who I claim to be, which I am. I am Christ. And the Bible in Hebrews says you don't know when an angel is around you. And Christ came back to his followers and they didn't recognize him. You know that I'm righteous. And Christ's argument in John 10 was, if you don't believe me, believe my works. So you know that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. So no matter how you slice it, whether you believe I'm Christ or not, I'm ruling on behalf of God. And you are all in rebellion. If you have any disagreements or statements or anything you want to say, please, please, please put it in the comments.